Hey everybody, welcome to the Brick Vault how-to video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to order your Lego pieces online. So if you're watching this vid, maybe you're thinking that you might want to do a custom build in the future and you're unsure how the process works, or you've bought custom building instructions and there's something about how this process that doesn't make sense to you and you want to get a little bit more clarity. So I've basically broken it down into 3 steps. Step 1 is accessing your files, understanding the actual download and understanding all the different files and pieces that come with the actual download. Step 2 is uploading, so uploading the digital parts list to an online platform in order to make your order is a very, very important step. It makes your life a whole heck of a lot easier, understanding how to upload the code. And step 3 is the actual ordering process. And part of step 3 is also, I've included a couple of techniques that may actually help reduce the cost, the final cost of the bricks that you're ordering online. So that's basically it. Those are all the things that you would need to know in order to actually have bricks arriving at your house and you can start your actual custom build for the model that you want. So without further ado, let's jump right into step 1. This is starting right after you've made the download for your instructions. It's going to come in zip file format, which means you're going to have to unzip. Some mobile phones automatically do this while others do not. And if you're on a laptop or desktop, it's usually done with just a right click and then you hit extract all. And I believe for Apple, the command is labeled unzip. Now you'll be able to open up your PDF instruction file or files. There's also a text README file, which I highly recommend you check through for each of your purchases. If there are alternate parts that you may or may not want to use in your build, we usually show some recommendations in there. And then the last thing included is your parts list file. That comes in either XML format, which is the default file type that you get from a brick buying website. And we've also converted an exact copy into text format, which has the exact same information. It's just easier to open on all platforms. You can double click on that and see the coded file there. Now I've already started to jump into step 2. Step 2 is uploading the parts online. This way you'll have a full inventory list of the pieces that you'll need to make the build, and you can automatically search for all the parts amongst different vendors around the world. Let me just say right now that there are plenty of different websites that provide this service, but in our personal opinion, we here at BrickVault exclusively use bricklink.com. Lego buying and selling online is its own little economy, and while there are other websites out there that can provide the same thing, usually they don't have quite as many pieces to choose from, and often their prices are a little bit higher. I'm going to be showing you everything through bricklink.com, but the upload process for other websites should be pretty much the same, so if you wanted to use them, this step 2 section of the video should work pretty closely. So anyways, starting off with Bricklink. If you're brand spanking new to this whole thing, you're going to first need to make a profile. I'm not going to go through the logistics of making a profile on a website. That's pretty straightforward, and you're also going to need to have a PayPal account and link a PayPal account to that profile as well. Once you've got a profile set up, now let's get started with the upload process. In the upper right corner, you're going to see the word wanted with a little brick heart over it. When the mouse hovers there, you're going to see a list appear, and then you'll want to click upload. From the upload section, you can see that it's automatically on the upload a file from your computer area. Just slide on over to the upload to Bricklink XML format. This is also part of the reason why we still include the XML file so people don't get confused. And from there, a box appears that says copy and paste. So you can just open up the text file that has the coded pieces, copy them, paste them, or if you want to go from the XML file, you can right click it and then open up the XML file with not your default program. This is the reason why it's a little bit annoying to use it, but you can open it up with WordPad or Notepad. They come pretty much default with any Microsoft computer. I think TextEdit works for Mac, and then you copy and paste the whole thing minus the first line of code. It's literally the exact same bit of text that you got from the text file. It's just easier using the text file. Anyways, copy and paste the coded pieces. Now the proceed to verify items icon has turned blue. Don't click it yet. You can see the add to section up here. I think it automatically lands on the default wanted list. It's fine if you want to upload the pieces to that list, but we usually prefer to have our own particular individual wanted list for a specific custom build. So you can create your own, scrolling down to the bottom, and once you've made that, then you click click Proceed to Verify Items, and this is the first time you will see a visual representation with the numbers of the actual pieces that you need for the build. You can scroll all the way down to the bottom and click Verify, and now you officially have a wanted list that can be searched directly on Bricklink for buying the parts. At the end of this video, I'll go through a couple of techniques that may save you a little bit of money here and there during the order process, but for now, let me just show you the quickest and easiest way to get the pieces ordered. You can find your wanted list by going back up to the same upper right corner, holding it over want. See wanted list there, you click it. There, you'll find all of your different wanted lists. You click it there, and now you're inside, and all you gotta do is click Buy All. It may take a few seconds, but this is what the default buying line looks like. Here you can see a few different search parameters depending on how you like to search for your pieces. It shows different store locations. We have anywhere clicked on ours. Because we live in the US, it says store accepts US dollars, but you can click between any currency that you like. And we personally have chosen to exclude stores that we've disliked for various reasons, and also just we don't want to include any stores that don't ship directly to us. Now we click the blue button Auto Select, and the program has found the most efficient stores that have all the pieces we'll need. Now here's a quick caveat. Efficient means that the stores being suggested to you based on each store's recent similar orders or average data of nearby stores. It's possible you can find cheaper combinations by searching manually on your own, but I'll talk about that maybe a little bit more during the technique section at the end. From here, you can check out what each of the stores are selling you individually and what parts they're charging per piece. And if you're okay with the entire selection, you can click Create Carts and pay each individual vendor directly on PayPal. A good chunk of stores nowadays give you the option of paying immediately on PayPal, while other ones will send you an invoice email. Usually just takes a day or so. They've got to work out some shipping costs, and there you have it. You'll get the individual boxes shipped from the stores directly to you and all the pieces you need to make your model. The time it takes to get your parts really varies based on the type of shipping that you've chosen for your vendors, and a lot of the times you're dealing with individuals. On occasion, there is a little bit of human error. It is very rare, and if you don't get the exact parts that you ordered, most vendors are very, very quick when correcting a problem. All right, that is it for the basics on how to order Lego bricks online. This is by far the cheapest way to get the pieces that you need for a custom build, and if you want to learn a few techniques that might make it even a little bit cheaper, let me do a little bit of a breakdown on how ordering works, and if you're new, there's a few things you can do to knock out maybe some of the more expensive stores. So let's rewind a bit. Let's go back to when you first uploaded your parts list. Lots and lots of people have lots and lots of Lego. I'm going to assume that if you're buying a custom build, you've probably got some spare parts laying around, and some of them might be useful in the build that you want to create. This might seem self-explanatory for some, but I definitely like to go over this. Usually when I have my wanted list open, I show 100 units at a time instead of the basic 25, so you can see more parts on the basic list. And then I fish around through my own collection, finding certain pieces in the correct colors and all that stuff, and I slowly but surely delete certain quantities away. Taking that step to an even slightly more advanced level, you can check the instructions where you see where some of those internal parts are. We still try to choose the cheapest basic colors for the internal pieces, but it is definitely possible to choose pieces that have alternate colors on the inside that you don't mind not looking the exact same, and that gives you even a little bit more flexibility on the parts that you're going to use. Takes some time, but at the end of the day, this is a custom build and you kind of make it your own. Now your wanted list will be considerably smaller, so when you do the auto search, you're searching for less pieces. You might have less stores that you need to pay shipping costs for, so that's nice. And now for the second stage of reducing the price, when it comes to the actual searching for parts, there's a lot of different weird subtle things people can do. But if you're going the auto buy route, which is by far the easiest, I would recommend taking some of the top recommended stores. So this is pretty simple. You can go and click on a store that has popped up. When you visit it, you'll see favorite stores in the upper left corner. When you click it, it gives you the option of disliking this store. When you add this to the dislike list and then choose to exclude this when you do your auto search, the search algorithm from Bricklink will automatically find a different combination of stores to fill in the pieces that you need for your order. We found that this has definitely saved us a lot of money over the years, and it is one of the fastest ways to quickly reduce the overall amount of money that you're going to pay. And very quickly, if you've disliked a store and want to reinstate them, you just go over to My BL. Ours is technically blurred here to not show the profile, but that's what it says, and then you go down to Fave Stores, click over to Least Favorite Stores, go over to the one that you want to reinstate, click delete, and submit changes. That way you can play with the function relatively easily. I know navigating the site can sometimes be a little bit strange, but hopefully these techniques were helpful to you. All right, so those are the basics, the first 3 steps, and hopefully the final 3 steps that you need to know in order to get pieces sent to you to make your custom build. And as a slight caveat right there at the end, there are reasons why you would or would not dislike certain stores. So you did see a list of stores that we had previously disliked. Sometimes they offer certain types of services that people really, really appreciate and really like, and therefore they charge a little bit extra. And other times it's just a personal preference thing. It's not an actual dislike, it's just a way to exclude certain types of searches depending on what you're buying. So I just wanted to include that right at the end. You know, not everything that you put on a dislike list is because you actually dislike it. It's just the term that's used on the Bricklink website. So anyways, I really do hope that you found this video helpful. And yeah, if you want to get some custom building going, it's a great process. We absolutely love it. I always consider the order process and actually acquiring the bricks as part of the story of the model in a certain way, where you had to get certain pieces from this German guy somewhere, or you got like a funny thing in the mail sent along with some of your orders from somewhere else, and it just becomes, it's just part of the actual custom building process that I know I like, and Ramon certainly gets a kick out of it as well. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and we'll see you next time at Brick Vault. I pointed back to you, it's just like your butt, like stick it in. Alright, I think that works.